Hey everybody, hope you're doing well this evening. We're continuing our study of Advent, day 18, and week 4. The week we're following, the schedule we're following is the week of peace. So we're starting a new week today. So today, day 18, let's see what it says. We're continuing in Luke 1, 14 to 17. Continuation of the story about John the Baptist's birth from yesterday. Luke 1, 14 to 17. He will be a joy and delight to you, and many will rejoice because of his birth, for he will be great in the sight of the Lord. He is never to take wine or other fermented drink, and he will be filled with the Holy Spirit even before he is born. He will bring back many of the people to Israel, to the Lord their God. And he will go on before the Lord in the spirit and power of Elijah, to turn the hearts of the parents to their children and the disobedient to the wisdom of the righteous, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord. Thanks be to God. This is very much, there's not much you can add to it because it's just very much lays it out exactly what it is. But, again, it's a continuation of telling the birth of John the Baptist and how he was going to be named and how his father and mother were visited and knew, just like Mary and Joseph, and they knew to name him John the Baptizer is what a lot of people say, John the Baptist. But it's such an importance to note on here about how he was to live a blameless life. A lot to learn. Try and be more like John the Baptist, and then be more like Jesus. But how he brought about, the events leading up for Jesus, and him baptizing Jesus was just beautiful. But he was leading the way before Jesus. I just think it's beautiful. So the Advent of kindness today is buy a stranger's coffee. Pay for a stranger's coffee. This to me is like paying it forward. A lot of us use that phrase today. And I know the action of pay it forward has been around a lot longer than probably that we've used that phrase for some time now. A lot of people use it for drive-ups, restaurants, fast food restaurants. But I like how I've heard stories of people that have gone and paid off people's layaways, or at the register even. So there's just so many beautiful acts of kindness and paying it forward. Whatever you could afford to do, if you just a little bit, the coffee or whatever, just means the world to somebody. About this week of peace, starting the 4th week. When I was living in my darkest days, I was constantly yearning for peace in my life. I even took Bible study lessons and specific classes and things on peace. Sometimes when we were looking so hard for something, it's harder to obtain it or to find it. It could be right in front of us, and we're looking too hard and looking over here and over there instead of where we need to look and what we need to do to get there. We need to keep in prayer with God, to God, and asking him for the peace in our lives, while also learning to let go and let God. This is much easier said than done, obviously. It took me a long time, and I'll never have perfect, but I know I was yearning so desperately years ago, and I know I hardly recognized the girl I was before, but I know I was that girl before, and I thank God for bringing me where I am now. But the peace of mind that I have and peace with God that I have for how he pulled me through, if I can just witness to anybody for how I've come through. It's life-changing, and it's to find peace is so life-changing. And thank God when you find peace, any peace, even if it's not complete, I have peace in this situation. He's going to get me through. He got me through that last situation, so I have to have peace. I know, because he will bring me through whatever the outcome. I may not like it, may not be perfect, but if I'm with him and doing his will and living right, it will be okay. So go with peace and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Love y'all. Bye-bye.